Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are into space, science and things that make you go wait, what you are going to love today's story. NASA just made a wild, completely accidental discovery. Super bacteria. Yes, bacteria that could survive on Mars. This isn't a science fiction movie. This is real, recent, and might change the way we think about life beyond Earth. Let's break it down into a simple terms, no PhD required. So here what happened. NASA was just doing its things, prepping equipment for a future Mars mission inside its Jet Propulsion Laboratory or JPL in California. This place is super strict, like cleaner than a hospital operating room kinds of sterile. Why? Because they don't want to accidentally send Earth microbes to the Mars and contaminate it. Imagine thinking you found alien life and it's turned out to be your lab bacteria. Oops. But despite all the precautions, disinfect, cleanest and filter air, NASA scientists found something shocking. 26 brand new bacteria species just chilling in their ultra sterile environment. Now you might be thinking, okay, bacteria exist everywhere. What's the big deal? Here the twist. This bacteria wasn't just surviving. They were thriving into the extreme conditions. Some of them couldn't resist high radiation, low nutrients, desiccations, and that means drying out and even chemical cleaner. In other words, they are super tough, and guess what kinds of place are also those conditions. Mars, a freezing cold, the atmosphere dry as bone with radiation from the space. It's not exactly a beach vacation spot, but these microbes there might be able to handle it. So did NASA just contaminate Mars? Not yet, but this discovery raised a huge issues. There are a set of guidelines called production. It's like space hygienic, making sure we don't mess up other planets. These rules are these three: prevent Earth life from the hitching a ride on a spacecraft. The problem: if these microbes survive in the NASA cleanest lab, what's stopping them surviving on the Mars basically? Accidental contamination is a real risk. Now here is the fun part. What if life already exists on the Mars? We know Mars used to have water, river, lakes, maybe even ocean. What if some teeny life form exist there, hidden under the surface of frozen in the ice cap? If we accidentally bring out bacteria there, first we could confuse the sign, or worse, our Earth microbe could compete Martian ones and wipe them out before we ever discovered them. Here's the other side of the coin. Maybe these bacteria aren't a threat. Maybe they are solution. Think about it. If we want to live on a Mars someday, we will need to bring life with us. Well, we will need bacteria that can break down the waste, help to grow food, produce oxygen, survive Martian condition. This tough little guys might be the first colonization on the Mars ever before humans. It's called terraforming. Slowly terraforming a planet to super life or support life, and bacteria could be the first step. NASA is now studying these microbes like crazy. They want to understand how they survived, what genes helped them, and whether they pose any threat to other planet or to us. This is also a big ethical questions here. Should we even sending Mars to other planet? Should we wait until we are fully explored them first? It's like tricky balance between exploration and protection. At the end of the day, this story is more than just a cool science headlines. It shows us that the life is incredibly adaptable, and if life can survive NASA clean rooms, it might survive space. That opened the door to biggest question: could there be life on Mars? Could be on one day live there too? And what else if out there waiting to be discovered, maybe even right under our feet? So what do you think? Are these bacteria future Martian heroes, or a dangerous mistake waiting to happen? Drop your thought in the comment. Now let's talk about the earth side of these things. These super bacteria aren't just useful in space. They could help us right here at home too. Some of these are resilient bacteria, have unique enzymes and chemical trait. That means they could be used in medicine, creating new antibiotics or treatment. Agriculture, helping plant to grow in dry or salty soil. Environmental cleanup, eating plastic, oil spills, or even a toxic waste. Scientists are already experimenting with bacteria that break down pollutant of convert waste into energy. These Mars ready microbes, they might be the next big tools. NASA isn't slowing down anything soon. Here what coming up. Artemis mission will return human to the moon, sort of the practice run for the going to Mars. Mars sample return missions. By the 2030s, NASA want to bring actual Martian rock and soil back to Earth. And yes, these bacteria discoveries will absolutely play a role in planning how we store, study, and protect those samples. The big idea: avoid bringing the Martian germs here, while also not letting Earth germs snack out there. Okay, let's end on a fun thought. Some scientists believe life might have started on Mars first, not Earth. Billion of years ago, Mars had water and a thick atmosphere, maybe even a magnetic field. If microbial life formed there and hitched a ride on an asteroid to Earth, then technically we all are Martian. Sound crazy, right? But it's one of the several serious theories about the origin of life. And discovery like this super bacteria that can survive intense environment make it feel a little more possible. So what started as a routine lab check ended up as the coolest accidental discovery ever. 26 unknown bacteria species, like some possibly strong enough to survive Mars, and all are giving clues about life here and beyond. If you liked this journey, drop a comment and your favorite theories. question comes, what exactly is life? Is this just a cell and chemistry? Is it a something spiritual, something conscious? If microbes like this can survive in space or on a Mars, what does that mean? Life is just a matter or right condition plus enough time. And if this life is that flexible, then maybe we are not alone in this universe. Maybe life is common, we just haven't looked hard enough. That's what makes this discovery so profound. We didn't find alien, but we found something that could act like one, survive like one, and maybe one day even help us become alien on another planet. Here the debate that's heating up. Should we even sending spacecraft to Mars before we are 100% sure it's sterile? Some scientists argue, let's explore and let's go. Others says, wait, we could destroy native life before we even know if it exists. It is exploration versus protection debate, and it's not just a theoretical. This bacteria make this risk real. Funny enough, Hollywood saw this coming in this movie like The Martian. Scientists obsess even contamination in life. The movie is not real life. Martian microbe breaks hopes. Even Interstellar talk about the finding planets where Earth life can survive. So yeah, science fiction was on the right track. Only difference, NASA just found the real things. And if you stuck around till now, drop a emoji in the comments so I know you are real one. Thanks for watching, and remember, space isn't empty, it's full of surprise. And have a good day.